Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. As you guys can tell, we are seeing blood in the streets, many altcoins are selling off, and it is causing a lot of panic throughout the market. Should we be buying? Should we be selling? Is this the short-term top before an even bigger correction? All of these things are going to be covered today because I can assure you right now, all of the people that are trying to convince you that we're bearish are completely lost and have no idea what's coming. Today, we're going to be diving into some of the biggest indices for crypto. We're going to be taking a look at the total market cap for not only all of crypto, but for the altcoins. We're going to look at the Bitcoin dominance and the Ethereum dominance because what is coming is going to blow your minds. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Make sure that you guys click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos like the one provided for you here. And always remember, guys, I have the fastest growing and the very best Discord community out there for cryptocurrency. Currently, we have over 16,000 members, and it is growing so fast. It's free for anybody that wants to join. All you guys got to do to get access is to click inside of the description of this video, and there you're going to find the invitation link to my Discord server. Now, once you guys have access, I also offer my more exclusive content like the video course and signals. So if you guys want to get access to my 20 educational videos that are going to teach you guys how to trade cryptocurrency, or you'd like to get in on the pre-sale for my early adopters course, or you guys want to jump in on the signals, I'm going to be doubling the prices on the signals by the end of this week once my website and once the ebook is completely finished. So make sure that you guys get access for that 50% off discount because I'm going to be doubling the prices from $1,000 to $2,000 for that lifetime access inside of my signals. So if this is interesting to you guys and you want more information, make sure you stay all the way to the end because I'm going to be taking a couple minutes to explain how you guys can sign up, the pros of doing so, and what it's going to take to get you guys going today. Alrighty guys, we've got a lot of really exciting stuff. There's no reason to be fearful, and I'm going to prove it to you right now. So without further ado, let's jump right into it today. Alrighty guys, so to start off this video, we're going to quickly take a look at some of the analysis that I made yesterday. Now, this is the level that I've been watching for. Now, a couple things come to mind. Many people are asking me, hey Donovan, what about the gap, the CME futures gap down here at 9,700? And yes, there is a gap right about here. We can actually kind of see it. It's not going to be on this chart specifically, but there's a gap down here at about 9,700. So about right there. There's a gap on the CME futures, which if you guys don't understand what that is, basically sometimes with the futures contracts, the candlesticks will close and there'll just be a random missing hole. Like there's no candles or anything. It's just a gap. Now, oftentimes prices come back down to actually fill those gaps. And when it normally fills a gap, it's usually through wicks. And so that's an opportunity in a scenario that we're actually watching for is the potential that we would sell off and fill that gap. Personally, I don't really think that we have to. People religiously follow these gaps like it has to happen. I don't think it has to by any means. And really, guys, it would not be the least bit surprising as long as we just hold support here because look at how strong this level was. You know, it's acted as resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. And we're now retesting it as support. This is a buy the dip opportunity. And anybody that's trying to tell you that we're bearish is so beyond lost in their own reasoning that they're going to miss out on the biggest opportunity. And it's funny, guys. You know, all the people that are saying, oh, I told you so. I told you that we were all bearish. These are the people that have been saying that literally the entire way up. As all of us that have been investing have been making life-changing wealth off some of these low caps. The high caps have been doing good. If you're a chain link holder, you know, all of these coins have been going up. And now we're starting to hear about how right these bears were when, you know, yeah, sure, you're right over a 10% dip. You know, that doesn't really matter and it doesn't really mean anything. And so if you guys are hearing a lot of bears being euphoric, you know, no disrespect towards them. Shout out to anybody that called the top. If you're hearing a lot of euphoric bears, don't buy into that hype because they're going to try and force feed you some narrative that we're going to go lower. It's not going to happen. I'm very confident in saying that because this is such a major support and resistance flip. Guys, this was a huge resistance for so long and we just broke above that. Why is it all of a sudden bearish? Well, I don't think it is. What's going to happen is this is going to close very bullish. And then we're going to continue to go up higher, right? That's what's going to happen. This is going to be a short squeeze. right at support, perfect support and resistance flip, such a textbook example of a perfect buy opportunity. Because to be quite honest, guys, some of the most profitable trades I've ever taken in my life come off of a setup exactly like this, where we have a major resistance level, prices break up above, and then they sell back down to retest that level. Such a huge buying opportunity. And if you're too scared to buy this, guys, you're not going to be able to last and make a lot of profit in crypto, because you got to be willing to just buy this panic, buy the panic no matter what. And to be quite honest, guys, this is probably the last good sell-off that we're going to get if you are a long-term investor. You want to accumulate some more of your long-term bags, because like I stated, I'm going to be scaling out by the end of late fall, early winter. And so we're already entering into that fall season in September. If you're going to try and accumulate some long-term bags to hold at least a year and a day to get that tax break, now's going to be the last good buying opportunity to get. For me personally, guys, I've got enough long-term investments. I'm not personally going to be averaging into my long-terms. What I'm actually doing is I'm spending some of my high caps, specifically Ethereum, on lower cap altcoins, because I've just been outperforming my long-term portfolio with very small amounts of money, maybe 2-3% of my total long-term portfolio, and I'm seriously getting so many good gains out of that I don't even want to mess with the high caps at this point. But understand, guys, if you're a long-term investor, you're wanting to conserve your capital, be a little bit more conservative with your approach, high caps are going to be the move, because you can just buy them, forget about them, hold them. For me, I know how to trade. I know how to invest in these markets. I can read charts, and I can actually trade based off of what the market gives me. And so I have more confidence diving into some of these low cap projects because I can personally manage a trade. A lot of you guys that don't know how to trade, I wouldn't even try and mess with it, because you're going to be able to make more money, and you're going to outperform your stock portfolio. You're going to outperform all of your friends' portfolios if you just hold the long-term trend, which right now, not only have we broken out of a major descending resistance and a symmetrical triangle pattern, but now we're flipping the horizontal resistance as well, and it's acting as support. Buy the dip. Don't listen to the FUD. Any bear that's euphoric is just, excited because he got margin longs, or shorts, I should say, from up here. Yeah, it's a 10% dip. Good for you. We're not here for the 10% moves. We're here for the big euphoric pumps. So make sure that you guys are aware of that. Now let's actually dive into the total market cap, because this is also going to be telling a pretty important story. And another reason why I don't think we should be bearish in the slightest, right? Now, if we look at the weekly time frame, this is the total market cap, all of the cryptos combined, we can actually see that really all we're doing is pretty much just retesting the previous resistance, except this is also acting as support. Obviously, we do have a high that's up here, technically at about $389 billion. That's the all-time high, and we did reject off that level, but you guys are failing to understand that this is a candle body resistance. This was a level that we got pretty close to reacting to, but not quite, and we're now closing above both of these. So one of the key factors that I can actually tell you guys right now, when it comes to trading, candle bodies are a very solid place to be looking to buy for support and resistance flips. Wicks themselves can be a little bit misleading. Not all the time, but more often than not, it's a little bit less congruent with like an actual candle body. And so the fact is, guys, this was our candle body resistance. It's been resistance for a while. We are now flipping this, and it's now acting as support. I just don't see the big reason to be shaken out by this. This is merely a perfect buy the dip scenario, because we're basically making our first higher high. Look at this. This was our resistance. Sure, we haven't quite cleared all the way above the wick, but that wick is such a little, small, insignificant nothing that I don't even care, because the candle bodies are all that matters here. And we are now flipping this as support. Do not get shaken out by this, guys. Seriously, there's no reason to. And anybody that's trying to tell you that we're bearish, they're the same people that have been trying to tell you that since the bottom down here. Same people saying the same dumb narrative. It's whatever. You're more than welcome to have your own opinion. If you're bearish, you're bearish. That's fine. But I'm here to tell you guys that if you're bearish right now, you're going to be severely mistaken, and you're going to hate yourself for actually missing this opportunity, because that's exactly what this is. A truly rare opportunity where the market, instead of just breaking out and going into new all-time highs, we're getting a little bit of a sell-off at this previous resistance for you, just giving it to you. God's like, here you go, my son and daughters. Take this from the holy grail of abundance. Buy this dip. It's exactly what he's saying to you right now. God is opening the clouds, and he's saying this right now. Go, my sons and daughters, buy this dip. It is so important that we're doing this, guys, because this, we're still so early in the cycle. We haven't even broken all-time highs. Do I need to remind you what happens when we do? Well, here's the cycle lows in Bitcoin. Here's what The all-time highs come right here. Here's what happened shortly after we broke the all-time highs. You know, do you want to miss out on this? Trying to short an 8% pullback? Do you really want to be that type of guy? I don't. I've made so much money in this impulse that all I'm going to do is continue to buy the dip. It's the smartest move, and it makes me the most money. Now, if we come over here and look at the altcoin total market cap, in my opinion, the altcoins are outperforming, and they're actually showing a much better setup than a lot of the other coins out there. You know, technically, this is our resistance level, and this is actually an even stronger level to analyze. This was support here, was support here, was resistance here, was resistance here, and we're now flipping it as support. Guys, this is a confirmed breakout of a double bottom formation. And not only a double bottom formation, but a literal consolidation of 730 days. 730 days. That is a long, long, long time for a cryptocurrency to be accumulating in a low, right? It's not like we started an uptrend. It was like we just consolidated in this channel, the support and resistance channel, for 700 days. And we are now breaking out of it, and everybody's bearish? What? How does that make sense? You know, it's the emotional psychology is a funny thing, because you're always going to be hearing how bearish everything is when the price is going down. You're going to be hearing how bullish everything when the price is going up. I'm here to tell you that we're always bullish. No matter how small the sell-off is, we are always going to be bullish, because we've broken out of a multi-month, technically multi-year consolidation, and it's now acting as support. Why would you be bearish right now? This is the thing everybody's been waiting for. Everybody told me, oh, I'm just going to wait until we make a higher high and then I'm going to buy. Well, here's your higher high. Who's buying it? I am. I hope you guys are too, because we're going to make a lot of money if we stick to our guns. We continue to invest into these dips. Because, guys, you want to just buy the dip. You just want to buy the dip. You know, all of these other dips, this was just kind of a dip in and of itself. This is the time where we're making higher highs. This is the time where we're uptrending. This is higher highs and higher lows the whole way up in this baby. And what's going to come next is a quick impulse upwards of about 268 billion. And that's going to come pretty quickly after breaking this level. A lot of people are going to underestimate it. I'm not going to underestimate it, because I saw exactly what happened to Bitcoin when we bottomed at 3,200 and then shot straight up to 14K. Did I expect that? Hell no. Did anybody else expect that? Hell no. But, you know, if you would have just bought and held, you wouldn't have needed to expect it. You would have just made the profit. And that's exactly what's happening here. I'm not trying to expect anything. In fact, the only thing I'm trying to expect is the fact that I'm going to be proven wrong, and there's going to be a lot of unexpected things, right? Expect the unexpected. What I'm expecting here is a big impulse upwards of 270 billion, and that's going to provide a ton of profit. So just be aware, guys. Huge consolidation range that has now been broken. We're now retesting this as support. This is the biggest buy the dip opportunity that we've had since COVID, literally. Because up to this point, it's just been going up. This is really the first sell-off that we've really seen. Up here, you could have still made the case that we were bearish. You know, we're still below resistance. Now you can't even make that argument because we've made a higher high. So just remember that. Now, last up on the list today is going to be the Bitcoin dominance, because this thing is totally royally screwed. And that's just the simplest way to put it here. You know, what we're seeing right now is an eternal downtrend. And honestly, this chart on TradingView is kind of whack, but we can obviously see that there's a downtrend, right? Huge downtrend. This was 2017, massive altcoin explosion. And in that time, you know, we've just been kind of impulsing back up. Now, in my opinion, with what we're seeing right now, I personally believe that we could see a little bit of a short-term bounce coming inside of Bitcoin dominance. You know, maybe that is actually where we see Bitcoin flip this level, and then we get a strong buyback, and then Bitcoin rallies upwards of that all-time high mark. In that case, I would expect that Bitcoin dominance would rise a little bit, because people are going to be buying Bitcoin. It's going to be outperforming alts. But we're also at a very interesting point where if we look at the altcoin market cap, this thing looks a lot better than the total market cap. And in fact, I would argue that the altcoins have kind of been propping up a lot of this new value and this new money coming into the market. And so we could very easily see altcoins continue to outperform as we go up. But, you know, it might just be a short-term bounce that we actually do see the Bitcoin dominance kind of come up a little bit. And I wouldn't expect it to be anything crazy. You know, maybe we come back up and retest 62, 63%, and then we fall back down. You know, I'm expecting just short-term pullbacks. More or less, because this thing's going to continue to go down in this downtrend. I don't foresee this going up again. Altcoins are just outperforming too much. There's too much money in altcoins for Bitcoin to go from where it's at to 100K. You know, you're looking at like an 8x return approximately. Well, technically it's closer to 10x. You'd make about like a 9.5x return if you were to actually invest into Bitcoin and hold to $100,000. You know, that's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. People that would love to invest and make a 10x return, but you know, these altcoins, a lot of them are 10x returns just to the top of their all-time highs. And so, in my opinion, it makes more sense financially for me to buy these altcoins. I still hold Bitcoin. I still got some tucked away in cold storage that I don't touch. But I just want you guys to understand that. You know, this is going to be the altcoin season this time around. This entire bull cycle is going to be categorized by altcoins pumping. You know, Bitcoin will lead the rallies and whatever, but people are only going to be focusing on altcoins because that's where the money is going to be made. You know, unless you're a multi-millionaire, unless you've got hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of investments that you could unload into Bitcoin, it just doesn't make logical sense to leave out altcoins in your portfolio or not go heavily invest in alts. For me, I'm much more heavily invested in alts because they're going to make me a higher ROI. I'm 22 years old. In my opinion, this is going to be the last real hype cycle of the Bitcoin bull run that we're going to see. That are going to behave like this. This is going to be the real pump that we've all been waiting for, the ultimate supermoon. I'm not saying that Bitcoin's just going to be dead after that. I'm just saying that it's going to be so much money in the market cap that it's going to behave a lot more like stocks. It's going to be slow, steady, continual growth, whereas this is just going to be straight parabolic pumping. So make sure you're not, you know, getting shaken out beforehand because we want to be able to experience all of this. Now, quickly before we wrap things up, I want to take a look at Ethereum Dominance because this one is also a very important chart that we need to be analyzing here. This is one I've been watching for a little while. I've tried to keep you guys updated because the Ethereum Dominance broke out before the Bitcoin pair did. And it was categorized by this descending resistance. And I've been watching this since the time of breakout. Every time we hit this level, we rejected and we fell lower. And that's been the case of Ethereum up to this point, right? Now, right here is where we got a breakout. And then right here was where we retested as support. This entire thing is just continuation from that point. On top of that, we see a very obvious rounded bottom formation that's forming. This is a perfect accumulation pattern, and it's not going to end. It's not just going to fall and crash like a lot of people think. A lot of these traders are, like I said, guys, they're stuck with their noses against the wall when us investors and us position traders, we're 30 steps back analyzing the greater picture. That's the most important thing. You know, so what? You know, if you're a trader and you think that I'm an idiot for saying that, you know, that's your own opinion. That's fine. At the end of the day, I just want everybody to have their own opinion and do their own thing. But for me personally, I know that it's way easier to just follow the long-term trend. Anybody that tries to tell you that it's not just doesn't understand the long-term trend because, guys, all this is buying, dollar cost averaging, and then scaling out into the hype. It's so simple. Whereas with trading, you got to stay at your laptop all day. You got to sit there. You got to set all these levels, buy order, sell order, stop losses, yada, yada, yada. That's just not for me. No offense. Like, I can do it, but it's just not as fun. I much more rather enjoy this type of stuff. And what we're seeing right now, not only did we have the breakout of this descending resistance, but we're also flipping this major support level as well, and it's acting as support. I just don't see the big reason to be bearish, guys. I literally just do not understand what everybody's talking about. What we're seeing right now is a huge rounded bottom formation. We are breaking out of a major resistance and retesting this as support. Sure, we could sell off and retest it one more time, but it doesn't change anything. Long term, we're going the exact same direction. And right now is the time where you want to get the most invested, the most bullish that you've been up to this point, because this is where the money is made. Now, this is the video I had for you guys. I just wanted to go through, give you guys a little update. I just wanted to make sure that you have the encouragement from my end that this is not even close to being bearish. Anybody that tries to tell you we're bearish doesn't know what they're talking about. You know, sure, maybe they called the short-term top, but here's the thing. The people that called the short-term top, kudos to you guys. Excellent traders, excellent strategy, yada, yada, yada. Now, the people that are trying to call for further downside below this, that's where the thing is going to get risky. That's where you don't want to listen to those type of people. Just remember, classic example of a support and resistance flip. It's happening with Bitcoin. It's happening with the total market cap. It's happening with the altcoins. Bitcoin dominance is an eternal death spiral. Ethereum dominance has a major rounded bottom accumulation and is breaking higher highs. Guys, buy the dip. Don't listen to the crap. Just remember that. Anyways, now quickly before we wrap things up, I want to take a couple minutes to explain the video course and signals for the people that waited this long. Like I stated in the intro, prices will be doubling for the signals. So if you guys want to get that 50% discount, make sure that you guys sign up before the week is over. Once that website's released, I'm upping the price, and so you guys really should get in at the ground floor of this. So many calls are going off insanely high, tons of profits. You guys are getting access to low caps, mid caps, high caps, all of the caps, all of the coins that I post, all of my trades, everything is going to be in the Discord for you guys to copy, make that profit with me. And we're still so early, guys. We've just barely started making our first higher highs. There's still so much left to come, and we're going to be making money the entire way. And so, guys, join that Signals, get access to this stuff, copy the trades that I'm taking, make this money, because I can assure you, I already know, there's a lot of you out there that have no idea how to trade or invest. You don't need to. You just follow what everybody else that actually knows what they're doing is doing, and that's how you make money. In the last cycle, that's what I did. That's how I made the majority of my money, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. This time around, I have the knowledge, I have the resources, and that's why joining my group, following these signals, is going to make you guys, have a portfolio that's going to go up in value. You're not going to have as much risk. If you have a lot of anxiety or fears, you can reach out to me, you can ask me questions, and then we can help you guys get on the right path. It's so much easier. I'm more of a life coach at this stuff than anything else, because we're maximizing the long-term trend. Having this type of mentorship is key when it comes to profiting. It's really what I paid so much money towards getting me to this point, is in coaching, is in mentorship, is in courses, all of these things. And I'm going to teach them to you guys now. Now, the 20 educational videos, all of the skill sets I learned, all of the technical analysis, people that want to actually learn how to dive into these markets and do the stuff that I'm doing every day by yourself, this is going to be the thing for you. You guys can purchase them together or separate. It's $1,000 each or $2,000 for both. At the end of the week, the signals are going to go from $1,000 to $2,000, so make sure you guys get access. With all that being said, guys, thank you so much for the support. I also wanted to mention that I will be giving away 2 free copies of the signals to one of you guys, to one of you lucky followers once I hit 50,000 subscribers. We're only about 1,000 subscribers away from that goal. As soon as we hit that, I'm going to be giving away 2 free copies of my signals. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. Links are in the description to join not only the Discord, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, follow me on everything. My email, all of that stuff is going to be linked in the description. You guys can also buy the video course and signals on there through that link. So make sure you guys sign up. Make sure you guys reach out. And with all that being said, I will catch you in the next video. As always, peace out.